action. So Much Respect, the podcast. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoy the show. What is up? It's Dylan here. We're back with So Much Respect. All new season, guys. And as you can tell, the setup is unreal. This is a whole new level. Today, we got Jewel Gilbert. How's it going, Jewel?
It's going pretty good.
Okay.
Happy to be here.
Yeah, see, we got Jewel on. It's been like, 4 weeks now? I've been trying to get Jewel on for like 4 weeks. It was like reschedule after reschedule, and then maybe one of those times it was me flaking. I don't know. There's been a lot of stuff in the way of this, but this is a long episode in the making. So yeah, about 4 weeks, and we're here. We're finally here, and I just want to say shout out to Crown Entertainment. I mean, this setup is dope. Right here in Crown Entertainment. So if you got a wedding event that you need taken care of, go ahead and look up Crown Entertainment Arkansas up online. Check them out and book with them because this is unreal. Awesome setup. Thanks, Johnston, for that. But anyways, back to So Much Respect. All new season. I think this is maybe the third season. We're here, and we got Jewel Gilbert, and we got a lot to talk about. Jewel, tell people what you're doing, with Harding. You're the Kojie president. Kind of tell us your experience at Harding as of now and how much time you have left at Harding.
Yeah, so I came to Harding in the fall of 2018. Didn't expect to join a club at all. I just wasn't planning on it. Didn't go to open house, officer open house, any of that. Just started going to mixers just because my roommate was going. Ended up joining Kojie's, and I'm going to be the president for this upcoming semester, which I'm really excited about. Never would have seen that coming, my first semester in Kojie's, but really happy about it, really grateful. And it's going to be my last semester, so a really good way to end it.
One last shebang there. So you didn't come in wanting to do a club. I think when I came into Harding, I wasn't like super interested in the whole club process either. Then it kind of just came. Everybody wanted to do it. All the guys I was hanging out with were like, "Hey, do this club," So then I did it, and it's pretty cool. But so you're the president now. I mean,
yeah,
prestigious honor here at Harding,
which is crazy. Like I was so shy my first semester. Like I was scared to order at drive-throughs, and so now I'm going to be leading our meetings, which is insane.
I mean, now you're having to meet with the deans, everybody, Abston, everybody's favorite.
Yep.
It's just crazy. You're going to have to meet with them all, and you're like the face of the club. So, like, if somebody says Kojie's, they're going to say Jewel Gilbert. They're going to know who that is.
Yeah, it's kind of a little bit of pressure, but, I've had people looking at me for this and that before at Harding, and so nothing new.
Yeah. I feel like as a president at Harding, you have to be pretty known. Like, it's pretty, like, to be a president of a club. Like, you can't just be somebody that's super shy or super, like, doesn't communicate with people. You have to be a communicator. You have to be friendly. You definitely have to be people have to know who you are in a way.
Yeah, and I've tried to make a good effort to get to know all the girls beneath me, the freshmen, the sophomores.
Yeah. Which
I feel like I have a lot of friends in every pledge class, so I feel like that definitely gives me an edge. And so I feel like I can communicate with everyone equally.
Harding's so interesting because it's like our social clubs. Like, we tell that to regular people that go to, like, state schools. They're like, what the heck are these guys talking about, social clubs? Like, they think it's the biggest joke of all time, which in reality, it's literally not. Some people make it way more of a deal than it really has to be. Some people can't have fun. Some people take it way too serious. But social clubs at Harding are pretty interesting. There's actually a lot of drama, I feel like, in a lot of them. That's just how it is when you get a bunch of groups of people together with similar and, some unsimilar interests involved, I guess.
Yeah, I've definitely noticed it over the past year, I'd say. A lot of clubs kind of button heads with each other more than usual.
It's crazy. Like, I think, like, I'm in Gamma Sigs, fake frat, but, that's what it is. We're fake frats here at Harding. But some people take it to a new extreme where they think, you represent this club and you have to do it. I'm like, it is a social club at Harding. You have friends. That's great. It helps you make friends, but it is not your life. It's not your world. I mean, as a president, you have to take it more serious. You have to have the spirit, for the whole club because you're representing it. But for the average member of the club, some people just got to take a chill pill. Some people got to settle down because, it gets wild over there at Harding. These people come in guns a-blazing, just ready to fight over this club stuff.
Yeah, if you're wearing your jersey and you're, like, committing a crime, I can understand that, but most people aren't going to know what social club you're in just by looking at you.
Yeah, maybe not, don't wear your, club jersey around and do something stupid. Can't say I've done that before, probably have, but who knows? I don't even know where my jersey is at this point. I've literally lost it. It just not my world. I like it, but it's not completely my world. But yeah, Kojie president, Jewel Gilbert. Also, our first Instagram follower.
Yes.
By the way, let's throw that in there. I mean, I posted this So Much Respect, Instagram page, and I was like, let's see who's going to follow this. Let's see if anybody's interested in a new podcast. And Jewel Gilbert runs to the Instagram, first follower, first likes on the post, true fan.
I've listened to every podcast.
There we go, guys. I mean, there we have it. We have our biggest fan on the show today. I mean, it is insane. I actually have been hearing a lot of feedback. Some people are just now getting to see some episodes because they're like, it's the summertime. They're going on road trips, and they're like, we'll give this So Much Respect thing a listen. So, I mean, appreciate you. If you're just now listening and this is your first episode, this is probably going to be the best episode. So, I mean, who knows?
I mean, that's what happened. Like, I listened to a few. Like, I listened to the first one whenever it came out, but then I drove home to Pennsylvania, and that's like 15 hours. So I just listened to the rest right then.
You had to drive that?
Yes.
Dang. 15 hours? I can't even go 3 hours without complaining about something. That's one of my big... Are you a big road tripper? Because me...
I mean, now, like, 3 hours, it doesn't really feel like much.
Yeah.
So it's not too bad, but I wouldn't want to do that consistently.
Well, here's my thing. I think in the back of my mind, I had this one idea. I was like, I'm going to buy a van, renovate it, travel across the, U.S., and just live out of the van. And I think everybody at one point, every college student thinks of that idea, something fun, is something adventurous. And then all of a sudden, like this past weekend, I went to Nashville, Tennessee, and had to drive 6 hours. I realized I don't have the patience. I don't think I could road trip. I mean, I drove to Nashville, I had to go through Memphis, where the bridge is shut down, and the traffic just, I'm too impatient for it. I cannot be a road tripper. I just have decided that is out the back of my mind. It was there and it's gone like a flash. I mean, there's no way I could do it. Some people really, I think some people have actually done that from Harding. I feel that's like a very trendy thing that like some Harding grads do.
Yeah, I've definitely seen it.
Because here's the thing. There's a lot of students that go to Harding that have been like sheltered their whole life. And then even in Harding, like they're not allowed to do anything. Like their parents control their bank accounts, their everything. Their parents control every part of their life. And then they graduate and they're like, I'm either moving back to my parents' house or I'm buying myself a van. And so it's like, man, the van kind of could outweigh the parents' house, depending on your parents. And so I think some people are just like, we're going in the van, like hippie life. Ooh, travel out west, let's go. And so there's a lot of people do that. I mean, cool for you. I mean, if you can do that and survive, I mean, go for it. I think you should. If you're young, you're single, no shot. You should just definitely do it. But a lot of people in Harding, young, single is not really the trend. So can we talk about that for a second? Jeez, these people are getting married left and right fast. What do you think about that whole mentality? Harding kind of has that stigma behind it.
I think Harding makes it seem like your life would be easier if you find someone while you're in college, but I feel like it can almost make things harder because then you're like, you both feel like you have to end up in the same place, and what if you don't? Yeah. And so I feel like sometimes that's easier to just figure out later on. But
Yeah, I think it's also hard to like date people at Harding because then everybody else, it's such a small school that everybody gets in the mix. I mean, you post one thing about somebody and you get like 100 million Snapchats or texts saying, oh, what's this? What is this? I'm like, geez, it's a picture,
I remember freshman year, it totally caught me off guard because I was just never the person that like had people talking about them in high school. Yeah. And then at Harding, it was like everyone knew everything. And I was like, I don't know how I feel about this.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Everybody knows everything. I mean, these people at Harding, with curfew and the dorms and stuff, they have to go out in the parking lot, to make out or, do whatever they do. And the parking lots can be, you can't even walk through a parking lot without feeling like you're like, cock blocking somebody almost. You're like, whoa, sorry, bro, I didn't mean to walk. I was just walking back to the dorm, but you're in the parking lot, kissing your girl right in front of the dorm. It's like, come on, go park somewhere else for that.
I've definitely seen couples before they were officially announced. Yeah. Just because I saw them in the parking lot.
Yeah, exactly. The parking lots are danger zone at Harding. I mean, that's like PG-13 stuff there, at least at Harding parking lots. You better watch out. Public safety is always on the prowl too.
They patrol.
They patrol, and they'll come up to your window and they'll say, "Hey, man, what are you doing in here?"
I've heard some stories from some people.
Really?
Public safety apparently just tells them to go somewhere else.
Yeah, I mean, what else could they tell them? It's just like, what are you gonna say? Get out of the truck, and I mean, you can't go back in the dorm together. So it's like, what are you just gonna walk around campus or sitting on one of those swings at nighttime? I'd rather you be in your vehicle than me walk to the caf and see you on a swing.
Yeah, I've seen some RAs especially freshman year, with their boyfriends in the lobby, and it was just...
Oh, that's cringe.
It made me uncomfortable.
It cringes me out. I mean, I understand if you found somebody you like, and you're very, touchy, physical with your relationship, but don't be going in the lobby of the dorm to be doing that, or just don't go to the caf or the stew anywhere on campus. I don't want to see you on campus all up on each other making out in front of everybody. That's just like, who does that? That's weird.
Yeah.
I mean, these Harding people are bold. They're more bold than I thought. These people they don't care if people watch.
They really don't. They have no shame, some of them.
No, some of them are just so like upfront about it. They're like, hey, I'm sitting right outside of Einstein's right now in one of those like chairs, and you're gonna have to order about 10 feet away from me, but I'm going to make out with my significant this other person right here. And I'm like, I'm ordering right here. Why can't you at least go somewhere else, where it's a little more hidden? I mean, geez, these people will just go right in the open. They don't care.
Yeah, it's kind of like a soap opera.
Oh, it really is. I mean, and it's so funny with these people. Like you said, everybody knows everything. So when you see new relationships form at Harding, everybody's like, oh, there's those two,
Yeah.
I mean, it's incredible.
And that also makes it an issue to, like, have guy friends and you have girlfriends. Because it's like everyone just assumes. I mean, I'm sure I've had people ask me if you and I were dating when we've never been like that before. So.
Yeah. I mean, it's true. I mean, even after this podcast, we might have somebody like, whoa, you and Joel, man, I saw you on a podcast, bro. I'm like,
no, literally, that's how it works.
Bro, like, yeah, it's a podcast. I mean, jeez. It's crazy. So let's talk about the time, because I've been seeing a lot of people post from Harding, a lot of people that are overseas right now. We got to go to Italy.
Yes.
For a short period of time, 3 weeks, we got a solid 3 weeks at Huff. A lot of people are in Italy, doing the summer programs, and I just see Robbie, and I said Robert. Robert, there he goes, Robert. No, Robbie, Shackelford, what a beast, and then Giacomo, I see them posting stuff. I see them in a lot of pictures. Ethan's back over there, by the way.
I saw that.
Yeah.
It made me so happy for him.
So we were over in Huff, what were your initial thoughts of Huff and going into that? Because, I mean, I think I had a bunch of thoughts. I know, like, Jewel really loved to go downtown. I mean, she loved this. She loved the Florence area.
Well, I didn't plan on going to Huff until just, like, right the semester before. I think a little bit before you decided.
Oh, yeah, that was the last minute.
Yeah, so I hadn't worked the summer before specifically saving for Huff. And so it's kind of like a spur-of-the-moment thing, but I thought, why not? Like, I don't really care for the spring semester too much. Like, I like the fall way more. And then we got to go and was super pumped. Yeah. Really did not know what to expect. I mean, there were barely any girls on the trip, which was kind of awkward at times. But it was still super fun while we were there. I think the worst part was doing that really long flight, like so close back to back.
That flight sucks. I mean, like I said, I already told you I don't have patience. And when I got on that flight, I mean, I had to take like some sleep aid because I was like, I can't stay awake for 10 hours on this flight. It's terrible. I mean,
I don't know how I did. I think I slept for the first hour, and then I was awake the rest.
And I can tell you right now, I was one of those people that was like, jet lag? They're probably just joking. It's not that big a deal. That jet lag's no joke. I mean, I was waking up at like 4 a.m. thinking it was 10 a.m. when we got there.
Oh, I remember that first day, and like we all watched the sunrise.
Yeah,
it was so early.
It's insane, but Italy was fun. I mean, there's a lot of stuff. I'm trying to think of some specific times. I mean, we did so many stupid things. Like you noticed, like nobody really liked, me, Cannon, and Grant on the trip.
I know. I was like your only friend.
Yeah, Joel was the only one that hung out with us out of the 5 girls that were there.
We were gonna go on a free travel together.
Yeah,
like
we had planned a free travel, and I don't know if that was going to be an interesting free travel. I can tell you right now, it was going to be interesting. I think people just, they didn't like us, me, Cannon, and Grants, because we were just so, we didn't care. I feel like we didn't like take the culture as serious. Like they really wanted to hone in on the respect of the culture, and I'm all about respect, but I'm all about having a little fun too. You're paying thousands of dollars to go over to a country. It's okay to laugh. You don't have to hold it in because you don't want to be loud. They already know you're American. Like these Italians already are like, well, these dumb Americans are coming over here. They're loud. Like they already know you're loud. Just might as well keep being loud.
I think there were points where I was like, yeah, they're definitely being annoying and like I'm embarrassed, but I'm not going to be able to change them or stop them from doing what they're doing, so I'm just going to deal with it.
Yeah, I mean, we were just being our usual selves, but yeah, it was pretty funny. Definitely got cut short. It was 3 weeks. We were supposed to be there for 3 months, but we should have brought our Gucci flip-flops on the show. I mean, geez, that would have been a slight flex. Yeah, that was probably the dumbest thing I bought over there. I bought Gucci flip-flops because when we got told we were getting sent home, I'd already had like $2,000 saved up for spending money. So I was like, I'm just going to go buy some Gucci when really I could have just saved that money for when I got back to America. But
I bought this ring. It was $100.
You bought that ring over there?
Yeah.
That ring right there. You bought that over there. $100?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's like I don't know how to pronounce it.
Oh,
I'm going to pronounce it wrong. Like Swarovski? Is that what it is?
I don't I have no clue.
Me and Ellie bought some rings.
The only word I remember from Italian is ciao.
Well, they have it in America, but...
Oh, shoot. I have no clue. So Jewel's got a ring on. I mean, she was spending the money, too. We got told we were sitting home. We were like, it's a spending spree. And then I had a lot of people sliding up going, why are you spending all your money? You could just save that for when you get back to America. And I was like, that's actually a good point. I don't know what I'm doing. But I think it's the experience.
I mean, I worked so hard over Christmas break that I just needed to treat myself. I think I saved up like $3,000 just in that month and a half.
Sheesh.
So. Doing
what?
Working at a retirement home and serving at the melting pot.
Dang, that's crazy. $3,000. That's good to save up in 1 month. Anyways, that's pretty much all I want to say about Italy. I don't want to annoy these people that didn't go abroad. I went abroad. I love when people say that at Harding, and I'm just gonna keep feeding into it. If you say I went abroad, like that's like the biggest flex at Harding. You're like,
people get so mad.
I know, they get so heated. Like, oh my gosh, this guy's talking about abroad. I'm like, yeah, I studied abroad. I went to Huff.
Wait, did you go abroad?
Yeah, did you go abroad? Yeah, it's the line. Just say this line. I went to Huff, and people it's instant trigger. So I'm like, geez. Anyways, that's about all I had for that. I wanted to get into this. You told me you had open heart surgery when you were 5.
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds pretty serious. You're still here, though, so, I mean, we know it went well.
Yeah, so I was born with a hole in my heart, and... What?
Sorry, that just sounded like the most deep thing ever. Like, I was born with a hole in my heart.
No, I like to tell people that I was already born with a broken heart, so...
No, that's like some Juice WRLD lyrics, I think.
It might be.
It might be. I was born with a hole in my heart. That could be like a Juice WRLD song. Hole in my heart.
It sounds like it could be.
Anyways, continue. My bad. That was funny.
But yeah, so the doctors thought it was going to close up on its own because sometimes they do, and it didn't. So when I turned 5, they decided to have surgery. And so I was in the hospital for like 3 days, maybe.
So they fixed the hole?
Yeah.
How do they do that? They don't tell you?
I was asleep, but...
Yeah, I mean, I figure if they open your heart up,
No, they had to give me, like, that silly juice, and I...
Silly juice?
Yeah, the stuff that makes you sleep. That's what they called it. But
silly juice.
I spit it out.
As soon as, on the doctor's face?
Like, in the sink, as soon as they gave it to me, because I hated it. It tasted so bad. But, yeah, I couldn't do anything the whole summer, so, like, before the... surgery, I went to Disney with my family and celebrated my 5th birthday.
Dang.
And then
so you survived, fixed the hole. You're a new person.
Yeah, I got titanium holding together some of my ribs.
Dang, that is crazy. Hole in my heart. Next song drop. I mean that's insane. You also have an IMDb profile.
Yeah. So
really,
I got into acting and modeling.
We can pull it up.
Yeah.
For real? Like, what do you look up?
I don't think my picture's on it, but if you just go on IMDb and just like
IMDb,
Jewel Gilbert.
We're looking this up right now.
I think I'm the 2nd Jewel Gilbert.
You just go to the main page here, and we go to the main page and type in Jewel Gilbert.
Yeah,
right
so I got...
Copycat Killers?
Yeah, that's me.
You were in... What is Copycat Killer? That was recent. 2016?
That's like the last thing that I did. I started modeling when I was 3. I did a photo shoot for a clothing company called Bonton. No one knows about it in the South, but they have it in the North. Well, they think they're out of business now, but they had it in the North. And then I started getting into acting, and... Copycat Killers is like the biggest thing I guess I've done.
Let's read the description. Copycat Killers is a true crime TV series that tells stories of real crimes that were inspired by major motion pictures and television. These are real killers bringing the violence of movies into real world telling tales. Wow. I mean, this is insane.
Yeah, so the whole show was about, it was like a documentary, and it was people that took fake stories like Scream and fake horror movies and made them into real crimes, copying what they did in those movies.
Dang, that'd be crazy. So you were a part of that production.
Yeah, I was an extra in one of the episodes and a supporting lead in a different episode. And I think they're on Amazon Prime.
Shoot, I mean, that's crazy. We're going to have to watch that later. I remember you telling me one time about your hometown. Don't y'all have like some thing? Tell us where your hometown is, and don't y'all have like some pickle thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, what is this pickle action here?
So, it's called Dillsburg, Pennsylvania,
Okay.
and it's smaller than Searcy, I think. And Dillsburg, dill pickles. On New Year's, we drop a pickle man in the town square, how New York does the apple. We do.
Y'all drop a pickle.
It's a pickle man.
Like you drop him though.
Yes.
Like he hits the ground.
Like how they do in New York.
You're talking about just like the ball drop.
Oh yeah.
Kind of like that.
Yeah.
And it's
I said apple, but ball drop. Yeah, it's a pickle man.
So there's a man on a pickle.
It's like a man pickle.
He's like it's like arms coming out of the pickle.
Yeah.
So it's a pickle with legs and arms.
Yeah.
That is weird.
And a top hat.
Yes. And y'all drop him.
Mm-hmm.
Dang. So what does that signify? Like another
the new year.
The new year of Dillsburg.
Yeah.
It's like its own universe there.
One year it was too cold and they had to cancel it. But
why does the cold affect the pickle?
Because it was so cold that if we were outside, it was dangerous.
Well, how big's the pickle? Was it big?
No, it was dangerous to you. Because it was just so cold outside.
So do people just walk around there eating pickles or what?
I mean, they have a thing called Farmer's Fair, and they have a lot of like fried pickles and
fried pickles.
They sell pickles there, but
that's interesting. Dillsburg. I have to look that up later too. I'm curious now. Back to your open heart surgery. We're backtracking because I had this wrote down on the notes. Guy Snapchatted you late at night asking to see your scar. How old were you? You said you were 5. Well, you're talking about
He asked to see it currently.
This is recent.
This was freshman year. I gave a speech about it in speech class.
Really?
And
this dude decided to Snapchat you.
Yeah. Later that night, he said, "Can I see your scar?"
Oh my gosh.
And I said, "Well, it goes down the middle of my chest."
Basically, just said, "Can I see your tits?"
Yeah.
That's what he just said.
And he said, "Yeah, I know." And I was like, no. So
wow.
It was kind of awkward next day in class, but
that is quite interesting.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he said something like that, knowing him better now. But yeah.
So this man's tried to be slick, and he's like, "Let me see that scar." Joel. You told a great story about your scar. He tried to do the I'm concerned and interested about your situation there, but this man was trying to see something else.
Yeah.
Wow.
A little awkward.
Come on, guys. That's funny though. That's interesting. I'm not surprised though. I'm actually not surprised people would do that. I've heard a lot worse though too, from people asking for that kind of crap.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So your text from your crazy ex got posted on the Twitter handle She Rates Dogs. I've never heard of this Twitter handle. Is this a popular page?
Yes. Michaela Oakland, I think that's her name. Yeah.
Maybe I'm just not
She has a
cultured.
podcast too.
Really?
Yeah.
We might need to get her on. I'm just kidding.
Maybe.
So your texts were on there? Did she ask for them?
I sent them to her because
you just full sent them.
Yeah, I put them on my Finsta, and everyone was like, "This is so funny. This could go famous." And so I just sent it to her. Yeah. She didn't look at them, and then a few weeks later, I was just on Twitter, and I saw my DM to her, and I was like, "Hey, you need to see this."
So is her page about stuff like that?
Yeah, it's all
relationship stuff.
It's all screenshots of cringy things guys have said.
Yeah.
And
well, what about so you said it's a crazy ex. I feel like everybody says their ex is crazy. So what made him so crazy? Without exposing him.
Yeah, there's a lot.
I don't care what you say about him, but
I mean, he doesn't go to Harding or anything, so no one.
What's the craziest thing he's done being your ex?
Oh, there's a lot.
Water?
I know. I don't know.
I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, what crazy ex?
Okay, I don't know if the craziest thing I could even share.
Yeah. Oh shoot, it's serious. It's insane.
The text messages were basically him getting mad at me for going to a Shawn Mendes concert. And did I send you the text?
You did somewhere. I gotta find where it is.
Well,
do you have it on? Did you send it on text?
Yeah, or it's on my Finsta, but he was mad at me for going to this concert, saying he was going to never compare to Shawn, and that I was...
Oh, my goodness.
And that I was never going to, like, think he was, like, as talented.
I've got to read this.
And...
Don't say beep about... He doesn't compare me because you know dang well he's more talented, better looking. He's never met you and makes you happier than me. You'd probably rather spend a day with him over me. And the only reason you stopped idolizing him was because we started officially dating, but you still posted stuff when I told you I loved you. Oh, my gosh.
And what really, like, put him over the line was Shawn Mendes was sick that day. And so Papermate was sponsoring the tour.
Yeah.
And we were writing notes with Papermate pens. And I dotted the exclamation point in my get well soon note with a heart.
Yeah, I see that. It's just like a little casual thing.
And he told me my hearts will never mean the same thing to him anymore.
Oh, my gosh. That dude is crazy.
Yeah.
You know, you weren't lying.
Yeah.
This man was in his feels about a Shawn Mendes concert. If that's the case, you'll be single your whole life, man. I mean,
yeah.
If guys, listen, if you have a girlfriend right now, yes, if she went to a Shawn Mendes concert, she would obsess over Shawn Mendes. Sorry to tell you, doesn't matter what you look like, doesn't matter how close you are in your relationship. It's Shawn Mendes. I mean, even me, I'm like, dang, Shawn Mendes, I'll freaking hype that guy up. I'm like, geez.
Yeah, that was like the first time that he had done something that I was like, oh, that was a little crazy.
That is so weird. Dang, it got 47,000 likes, 847 quoted tweets, over 1,500 retweets. That blew up.
I know. It was... There were people like, I hope she's okay. I'm like, I'm fine.
You said, I try to show you that I love you as much as I can. He says, just let me die. This man got dark. This man got deep.
There were some where he was talking about gouging someone's eyes out.
What?
Yeah.
Do we know if this guy's, like, good today? Or, like, I mean, I'm kind of concerned now. Like, this is...
I try not to keep up with him. He tried to contact me
just saw this
last December, but...
June 12th, 21. She said, update, they're broken up now.
Yeah.
So that was recent. She just now updated everybody. That is I'm kind of shocked right now. I mean, I knew people were crazy. I knew some guys were over the line, you know. I've heard some stories, but this guy's upset about a Shawn Mendes concert. I mean, that's a new level. Yeah,
he was one of the guys that would get mad if you wore leggings or like a bikini.
Oh my gosh. I mean, that's like say a guy has a girlfriend, okay? And she sees Justin Bieber. Are you going to get mad because your girlfriend said, "Oh, look, it's Justin Bieber"? I'm going to say that if I see Justin Bieber, I'm going to probably have the same reaction as her. I mean, that's
fair.
just how it would be. It's Justin Bieber or Shawn Mendes. I mean, that's just people. He took it. Those hearts you wrote down. He took that real.
He took it to heart.
Like you wrote a heart to Shawn Mendes. Your love has just been traded off. You've just said screw him, and you want
signed
Shawn
away
Mendes. You signed
my
away.
relationship with those hearts.
That is amazing.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's why I wasn't even going to join a club, was because I was still dating him at the time.
Yeah.
But luckily we broke up.
I mean, yeah.
And I decided to start looking at clubs because he said that if I joined a club, it was looking for attention from guys, even though it's an all-girls club.
It's an all-girls club, yeah. It's a fake frat. I mean,
fake sorority.
Fake sororities, you know. Gosh. Some people, though, you never know. So, you know, since we're talking about your ex and stuff, I kind of want to know, this is one question I told you that I wanted to ask. What is the worst date experience you've ever been on, and what happened? Are you still stuck between the two?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, there's one, and it was like probably like the worst at the moment, but the date got better.
Yeah.
And it was fine.
Like the initial was bad?
Yeah.
We'll just talk about it. You can just talk about both like shortly, and we can comment on.
Okay, so that one it was our first date, and we had hung out in groups, I guess, so we were kind of comfortable, but we went to Sugarloaf and we went hiking.
Ah, romantic.
And I don't think I ever had been to Sugarloaf yet, and so I didn't know the trail, and I was like, you can take the lead.
Ooh, let him take the lead.
Yeah.
He that probably like turned him on. He's probably like, oh shoot.
But at some point we got off the trail.
Oh, he pulled a little off the trail actually.
We had no idea where we were, and we couldn't see the trail, we couldn't find it. We were lost for maybe like an hour. And at one point he fell down the hill, and like there was blood going down his leg.
He fell?
He was limping.
Oh gosh.
I didn't know what to do. I was freaking out. Yeah, like I was having like stress.
Was that nighttime?
This was just during the day, but in my mind, I was like, this is how people die. Like, we're going to get stranded, not know where we are.
So obviously he didn't know. He had never been to Sugarloaf.
I think he had been, maybe.
Or was it his plan to get lost? Have you ever figured that out?
I don't think it was.
It wasn't.
No,
Okay.
definitely not.
Definitely not.
But
it wasn't like one of those slick things where it's like, let's get lost in the Sugarloaf
no,
Trail.
we legitimately could not find the path.
So it's like all, you know, sparks were like not flying.
No, he could tell. Like, I think he texted his friend saying it
getting
wasn't
stressed?
going well.
Oh, gosh. So how long did y'all stay lost in this trail?
I think it was 45 minutes to an hour.
Oh, my goodness.
And I don't even think we made it to the top.
Really?
Like, we got
Dang,
back.
that's a downer. That's
It was pretty bad, but then we went to Sandy Beach, I think, and we went swimming.
yeah.
And then I was still kind of annoyed, so he told me to just take a nap in the car. And then
Take a nap in the car.
I took a nap. And then we went to Purple Cow, and he bought me like a grilled cheese and a milkshake, and I felt better. But
Yeah. So this was like an all-day thing.
yeah.
So it got better after the.
Yeah, he said he told me to take a nap because he knew I would be less mad when I woke up.
Dang, it was like intense. I mean, that's a way to, you know, really see each other's true colors on the first date.
Yeah.
Get lost on the
I guess
trail.
so.
Get off the trail. That also he was probably embarrassed because you were like, take the lead, and this man got lost. So.
Yeah. It might have, I don't even know how we got off the trail.
Was there a second date?
Yeah, there was.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So the man's didn't like fail completely.
Yeah, I guess not.
Yeah.
I mean, it made for a story, but
Well, that's right. I think everybody's first date experiences are pretty wild, pretty interesting.
yeah, if I hadn't known him prior, I don't know if there would have been a second date.
Yeah.
But it was something we could kind of joke about enough
Mm.
where it wasn't too
That's
bad.
always good when you can joke about it. If you can't take a joke, like, get out here. Like, I hate people that can't take a joke. Side note. So what's the second one? What's
The second one just makes me cringe.
Why? Like what? What is
So
so
we were just
cringy?
going to the movies.
Oh, on a first date?
Yeah.
Oh, terrible idea.
I was in high school,
Terrible.
and we were going to see Cars 3, I think. It was something like
Okay.
that. And I walked in, and he's, like, buying the tickets, getting the
Uh-huh.
popcorn. We go watch the movie. Movie's over. We're leaving. And as
Yeah.
I get up, he's like, hey, do you want to know something? I was like, what?
Like as you're getting up after the movie's over.
Yeah. I was
Okay.
like, what? And he said, I didn't actually pay for your ticket. And I was
What?
like, huh? And he said, no, I didn't pay for your ticket. Like, you just thought I did, but I didn't actually pay for your ticket.
Wait, what? What do you mean he didn't pay for it? You're in the movie. You're like.
Well, they
finish the
don't
movie.
check your tickets really at this movie theater.
Ah.
And so I thought he bought my ticket when
Yeah.
he was buying the popcorn and everything, because that's
Yeah.
where you still buy them. And he didn't. And
So-
he just didn't tell me that he didn't buy it.
Yeah.
Because I assumed, because we were like on a date,
Uh-huh.
that he bought my ticket. And he didn't tell me. And so I didn't buy one.
Okay.
So, I mean,
what happened?
it was just really awkward. Like, he was laughing.
He just felt like he had to mention that.
I know. I wish he just didn't
Like,
tell me.
why would he? So like,
He could have gotten away with it.
yeah. Why would you? Bro, if you're gonna try to like be slick and like not pay for the ticket, don't tell her you didn't pay for the ticket. I mean, that's unbelievable.
Yeah, you should have just let me
Man,
think in.
this man's taking L's left and right. Who gets up after the movie and goes, "I didn't pay for your ticket"? Sorry. I mean, like, what? Come on.
Yeah, I was really embarrassed.
This guy. He should have just not have told you about that.
I know, because it would have looked better if I would have just kept thinking that he paid for it.
That guy's obviously have no game at all.
Yeah,
That's
there was
terrible.
not a second date.
There was not. This man didn't even get a kiss.
I don't think we even spoke again.
Y'all didn't even hold hands in the movie.
It was bad.
It's like him like holding your hand. I didn't even hold your hand. I didn't even buy the popcorn. I just got it for free. This man's crazy. That is so interesting. I'm gonna save rank those baddies for the very end because that's a segment we like to do on this podcast. We got a special edition. I want to ask a couple questions. I had people ask questions on the Instagram. We had a few. I'm gonna see if I can find them. I know one question, which is it's a funny one. You can just answer this in any way you want. I'm not gonna tell you how to answer. It's just people are obviously gonna ask weird questions. How small is too small?
Was this Collins?
I'm not gonna say who it is. They told me not to expose them. So how small is too small? I mean,
If you're happy with yourself, that's all that matters.
are they talking shoe size or what? I don't know. Small. How small is too small? I mean,
I think houses should be whatever size comfortably fits you and whoever else is living there.
Okay. So you're saying comfortable for the people in the house.
Yeah.
I
mean, if you just want, a tiny house and that's what you want, then that's fine. But if you want a mansion and you can afford it, and go for it.
Mansions do sound, a lot of people would rather have a mansion, I think.
Yeah, I mean, some people like to live small and then you can go do more, travel in a van, see the United States.
So this comes down to the tiny houses or the mansions in this thing. I don't know. That might have answered it. I feel like I can't answer that one. I don't really know. In my opinion, a mansion does sound like the better option, but although some people value those tiny homes, they're pretty expensive. Those tiny homes are more expensive than you think. So who knows? Somebody said, "Why is the entire club of PTP scared of you?"
What?
Yeah.
This is news to me.
I don't know.
Are they?
I guess they're scared of you.
Who asked that? Can you say?
No, I don't want to say.
I mean, I was just hanging out with Mary Claire this past weekend. I don't think she's scared of me.
Well, I feel like Mary Claire's not like the big PTP gal. I feel like she's like hangs out with a lot of people like.
I wouldn't think that they were scared of me. I mean, I'm friends with Hannah Hackworth too, and she's
you must
president.
be intimidating. Well, I feel like as a Kojie president though, you have to have an intimidation factor in some ways.
Maybe
it's Kojie's, like y'all give off the bad A vibe.
I don't think I'm that scary, but I know girls during Pledge Week have said that I was scary, and so I don't know. But I mean, if you're in PTP and you're scared of me, you don't need to be. I promise.
Yeah. Well, there you have it. She said don't be scared of her. Let's see what other ones we got. Somebody said, I was about to say their name. Somebody said just boys at Harding. Like, what do you think of the like guys at Harding? The ratio's off. I mean, there's more girls than there is guys, so.
I mean, that would explain, like, some girls take girls to functions.
Yeah.
But,
so
guys at Harding.
Yeah, are guys at Harding different than the guys that you see back home, or the guys?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Guys back home, yeah, I'm not interested in them at all.
Really?
And, like, obviously, I mean, I have a boyfriend. I'm not interested in the guys at Harding, but if I were single, I would not go for the guys back home at all.
So it'd be a no-go.
No.
Yeah.
And in the South, people are just nicer.
That's true.
But
and everybody at Harding's nice. I mean, it's like over the top. You can't tell if they're being fake or not.
Yeah, there are some guys though that I feel like put up a front at Harding. I've noticed and pretend that they're pure and angelic.
And then they ask to see your stars.
Yeah, they ask to see my star.
That is hilarious. Yeah, that's pretty much how it is. Somebody else asked, if you could go back in time and rewrite history, which part of it would you rewrite? I mean, that's like deep. Like, I don't even know. There's so many events that you could rewrite.
Oh, man. I feel like I need to say something like, I don't know, like the Holocaust.
Holocaust or like slavery? Or
yeah, I feel like that's like what I'm supposed to say, but.
My initial thought was like the Hitler situation, like let's get that guy out of there.
Yeah.
Let's get rid of him before he...
Maybe let Hitler go to art school.
Really?
Get him accepted to art school, because then...
Or do you just kill Hitler?
But, I mean, didn't he start it because he got rejected from art school?
I don't know how the man started, but the man started it, and the man's in charge, Should
he...
you just, like, at birth, like, just throw him somewhere?
I don't know if that's the answer.
Or, like, try to convert him, or what? I mean, what do you do?
Maybe... I think... I could have sworn he didn't get accepted to art school or something, but I might be.
That's what caused him to like kill so many people.
Listen, I'm not a history major, so that could be completely wrong. I might sound like an idiot right now, but that might be it. I mean, and if that is the case, I would say let Hitler go to art school. I didn't realize
that's what like sent him over the edge.
Are you looking it up? I need to know.
I don't know. Like, why did Hitler do what he did? I mean, why did Hitler go crazy, in a sense? Hitler has often been associated with mental disorders such as bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, and psychopathy. Well, that might play.
Maybe get Hitler a therapist.
Yeah, I mean, how mad was Hitler? There's a whole essay on this thing. Maybe get Hitler a therapist. Start him,
Yeah.
Make sure his parents are, stable. I mean, but these mental disorders are not all the times. You definitely have to have therapy because it's not like you can just get rid of it. Like, if you have bipolar, isn't that, like, genetic or something?
Yeah.
So it's not like you can't, like, take the bipolar away from
I
you.
don't know how genetic it is, but I know, like, it's like...
Yeah, it's something to do with that.
But I don't know. I'd probably want to rewrite something that is more far back that, like, if I were to say no COVID, like, I feel like COVID, like, I would be so different without COVID happening.
Yeah.
Like, as much as, like, I would love to get rid of COVID,
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of, like, scared to see, like, what, like, where I would be compared to where I am now, because I'm
Yeah.
happy with where I am right now. So
Yeah.
probably
Well,
keep COVID, get
yeah.
rid of Hitler.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Another weird question. This is just it's not like a super weird one. It's just like people are starting to ask random questions. Do you, so there's an argument that a lot of people are dealing with whether to fold your clothes or not after you get them out. After you wash and dry your clothes, do you fold them or you just hang them up?
Why would you fold them if you're going to hang them up?
That's what I'm saying. Some people think you have to fold them though.
I mean, if you're not going to hang it up, then yeah, but I still just put it
like
in the basket.
Say you have 20 T-shirts that you're going to hang up. Why fold them?
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Some people think you have to fold them. Is that like aesthetics or what?
Is it like so that they don't get wrinkly?
Yeah, some people think it's the wrinkles. But if you get them right out of the dryer, I mean...
If you just hang them up right away.
Now, if I'm being completely honest, if I get busy, them things are staying in the dryer till I need a shirt, and I just go in the dryer and put on a shirt. Or I just throw them somewhere.
Yeah, sometimes I'm a little lazy with putting my laundry away, but I feel like my T-shirts don't normally get too wrinkly.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't fold them first.
I mean, I just don't understand why some people fold their clothes. I mean, cool for you. Like, if you were raised great, you know, you got your mom always told you to fold your clothes. Growing up, I had to fold clothes all the time. Like, they're like, time to fold the clothes. I'm like, why am I folding clothes when I'm literally going to just put them in the drawer or put them in the closet? Like, just throw them on the bed and hang them up.
Yeah, it's like making your bed. Sometimes I feel like, what's the point if I'm just going to get back in it at the end of the day?
Now, I go on these weird periods of time where it's like, I'll be like 3 days in. I'm like, I made my bed 3 days in a row. I'm up to something. Like, I don't know what's in the air. It's incredible. And then there's like weeks where I'm just like, I'm not making that bed. Like, I'm just going to get right back in it.
I think the only good thing about making my bed is I feel a little bit more productive, but that's about it.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, yeah. If you think you are supposed to fold your clothes, let me know your reasoning behind that, because I'd be amazed to hear it. I hate when people say I talk about folding clothes. I'm like, I never do that. One last question here. I'm looking one up. This question. Oh, here we go. Do girls poop?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I used to have a pooping app.
A pooping app?
Yeah.
For what? It
would track your poop.
Like the size or what?
You could add comments.
You could add so you go take a dump. Like, you drop a fat load, and it's like you leave a rating, like a 5-star rating. Like,
yeah,
like
you
an
can
Amazon
leave.
package?
You can leave a rating. Like, you can put
Really?
stars. You can add a comment.
Like, that was a 5-star poop.
Yeah, you can do that, and then it will track the locations. So
Really? So if it's like in your house, you just be like 5-star poop right at the house.
Yeah.
Well, I think if I had that app, every location other than my house would be like less rating, because like the best poops are at your house. So.
And it's funny because if your friends have it, you get a notification every time they poop.
Every time they poop?
And so it's
that would be dangerous.
So-and-so just shook the earth or something.
Oh, my gosh. What is this app called?
I think it's like Poop Map or something.
Poop
I don't
Map.
know. I deleted it because no one was using it, and I was
would
like
be
just using it
hilarious.
alone. But
That could be dangerous, though, with guys. I feel like especially
I thought
guys,
it was funny, but
You
I
just
found
get-
it on TikTok.
Really? So you just get like a bunch of updates. Oh, he just shook the earth. Oh, giant earthquake. Like stuff like that. That's wild. I mean, I've never heard of that. That's interesting. Well, there you have it. Girls do poop. I'm amazed. I want to play this game real fast, though, before we end this thing.
Okay.
Rank those baddies. This time we're going to do Rank Those Baddies Men's Social Club Edition. I didn't want to add the girls' social clubs on there because then we could get into a lot of different stuff. And since you're on the girl side of things, I don't want them getting mad at you, if you give them a bad
a little
ranking,
biased.
because Kojie's would be the number one. So Rank Those Baddies Men's Social Club Edition. Let's take a look at the first one. Here we go. Number one, we've got Knights. Okay. Knights.
All right.
659 followers. I guess let's judge this based on their Instagram presence as well.
Their Instagram presence is low-key aesthetic. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
It looks pretty cool.
It's definitely the hipster vibes,
It looks, yeah. I like it. It's like a mood board
I'm
looking
just
thing.
looking at this picture of the ice cream all over that girl's hand. They do the joust. That's pretty cool. All right, let's look at the next one. Gamma Sigma Phi. This is my club, and we have not posted in since Glam Bake. So
Okay, it looks aesthetic too. I feel like this looks better than my own Instagram, so I'm kind of embarrassed right now.
I helped get this thing going. Not to brag on myself or anything, but I took over this page for a year and got us like most of those followers. So I'm just gonna say that that can sound cocky. I don't even care. I'm putting that in there. I did that for free of charge.
Mentioning the All Club Champions 2019,
yeah.
2020
See,
in there.
that recently got added. You know, that's good. We've had a couple people run this thing. They've been making it look pretty nice though. Dang, we've even got a story highlight of the queens.
Yeah, it looks pretty aesthetic. The colors go together really well.
That's a good thing. So we got 853 followers. Okay, not bad. TNT, go blue.
It's a lot of blue. First off,
Yeah.
big thing I'm noticing.
You know, that's their brand. They're going blue. You know the one thing that's my biggest pet peeve since I do a lot of social media? They don't have story highlight covers.
Yeah, that I did notice that.
You know, I feel like it should be something there.
That does kind of bother me a little bit.
Yeah.
It doesn't look as aesthetic as the first two.
And I think like the word hark, they should make that all caps and just like stretch it out, like, because that's like a big thing.
Yeah, I definitely think that I like the aspect that they have like all their members in their pictures, which is cool. They're really representing like the people in the club.
Yeah, that's good for recruiting too.
But yeah, the story highlight covers would be a nice touch.
Yeah.
So if you run the TNT page,
they've got a lot of followers too, so.
They do have quite a few followers.
Everybody knows TNT. You know how many people say like the only clubs they know coming into Harding is TNT and Zeta Row? Like that's
all
majority.
I knew was PTP and Jagoja.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know any, so I was like, social club, what the heck is that? This is like sounds like a cult. Anyways. Okay, let's go to the next one. Sub T HU. This one.
I think it's interesting that it's none of the guy members
it's only
in
their
these
queens.
pictures.
It's literally Sub T's only queens on here. I mean, they love their queens though.
I mean, I can understand like the girls are obviously like going to be a lot prettier than the guys, so like but
dang, that's a shot.
also I didn't
No, that's a shot to the Sub T man there.
I didn't realize that they didn't have that many followers either.
870. Yeah, you know, a lot Sub T's been around for a long time. A lot of people know Sub T and they're about evened up with Gamma 6 now on the follower count.
Yeah,
I feel like they're not as big into social media. Like, if I was to think about Sub T, I would have to really think hard about who in that club is, like, into social media.
Yeah, I feel like that's just the members aren't really big on social media.
Like, I feel like it's their queens that run this thing.
Yeah, I always notice, like, they post the queens' happy birthdays.
Yeah. I'm like, there's nobody I know in Sub T that's like, yeah, Instagram, whoa. I've never heard of it.
I think it's funny the fact that you don't follow them.
Oh, shoot. Dang. See, I thought I changed that on here. I thought I followed all of these accounts. Well, sorry, Sub T. I didn't follow you.
But I do like their profile picture and their cover that they have for their story highlight.
If I'm being completely honest with you, I think the only thing they need to put in their bio is the thumbs up.
They just need cake and ice cream.
Cake and ice cream.
Thumbs up.
Maybe just thumbs up and then the cake emoji. I don't know.
Yeah.
Next one. Box.
Okay, I know a few guys in box. Their Instagram's just not very aesthetic. Yeah. I'm just gonna say it. I think I follow Box on Instagram. It is one of like the guys clubs that I feel is underrated.
Really?
Yeah, I think the guys in Box are really nice, really sweet guys.
Okay, I've heard a weird story about a guy in Box. I'm not gonna say it on here because they'd be so descriptive that like this guy went on a date with some girl and he like sat on her center console when they were like making out.
What?
Yeah, this guy like sat on her center console like to comfort her. I'm like, who puts their left cheek on the center console in a truck and is like leaning over? I'm like this dude was like.
That is so strange.
And she was like so awkward. Like she's like, this is weird.
There's a few guys from my church back home that were or are in Box.
I like Box.
We went abroad with Jake Griggs. And
yeah, Jake is so cool. And then I got a buddy that does some cool videos in Box. His name's Johnston Hodge. I mean, Box is pretty dope to me.
Yeah.
I feel like they do get slept on. I'm giving them a follow right after this, by the way. Sorry, Box. I'm following you right after this. I think their profile's pretty dope.
Yeah. I like their profile picture. It's just silly. Mm-hmm. Fun fact is I was on their board for queening sophomore year.
Come on, Box.
I don't know the real story, but what I was told was that they just wanted to put a Kojie on their board.
Yeah.
And I was the first profile they saw when they went on Instagram.
Well, they should have done it. They should have cleaned you.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, I didn't really know much about them at
Yeah.
the time, and I'm
Right.
not sure I would have known which club it was
Yeah.
if they had.
Mm.
So probably a good thing they didn't, but very honored
Well,
to have
yeah.
been on their board.
Well, that's great. Let's see what the next one is. Theta, a fairly new one. Their followers are going up though. They're getting up there.
Yeah. So I feel like they need more blue in there.
Yeah, I see that. I see what you're saying.
But I do like
Pepsi
Theta's
and Lakers.
aesthetic. Yeah.
You like their vibe.
I like their vibe. I went to the SCADA function.
Oh, that was lit. I
yeah.
did some rapping there. It was pretty cool. I rapped at SCADA.
Oh no, a different SCADA function.
Oh, is that a different function?
Yeah, it was at the skate park.
Oh, yeah, they did like that one.
They've
and
done
they
a
did
few, I
SCADA
guess.
concert
Yeah.
thing, yeah.
But I went to that, and that was really fun. It was just really chill. It didn't really feel like a function, but like
Yeah.
a big hangout, I guess. People
Yeah.
shotgunning Pepsis.
Yeah, they shotgun those Pepsis left and right. It's pretty,
I thought
pretty
it was
interesting.
so funny.
Oh, shoot. Next one here. Oh, we'll go back. We've got Kai Siggs.
Kai Siggs, yes. The guys in there are really sweet too. We
Yeah.
went abroad with a few of them.
Yeah.
They made me an honorary queen at Huff the last night.
Yeah, that was true. Now, I'm not trying to throw shade on Kai Siggs. You know, cool guys, very cool guys. But come on, dude. This Instagram makes me not want to even know who this club is. I don't want to see this emblem of, like, looks like I'm in the honors, you know, something. Like, this logo's not, you know, wanting me to join.
I feel like they could do some updating.
They've
with
got to
it.
change the profile pic.
And that symbol, I see it 3, 4, like 5 different times
I mean,
on their
that
page
symbol
right
just,
now.
like, it just makes me bored.
Yeah, I feel like they could definitely change it. Like, I mean, it's red, white, and blue. You can do a lot.
And
with
they're like a
that.
huge club.
Yeah,
Like, they're
they are.
huge. They should have like almost 1,000 followers.
I always enjoy watching their club week chants.
They're cool guys. All right, let's see. I think that's it. All right, so we've got 1, 2, 3. We've got 7 of them. So we're gonna rank these. 1 being the best, the 7 being the worst. So let's go. I'll just reorder these as you pick. Who's gonna be your number 1?
Am I doing it just like off their profile?
Based off their profile and like people you've met in there.
Okay. Number 1, I'd say Gamma.
No, that's biased. No, I'm just kidding.
It's
All right.
aesthetic, and I just know a lot of the guys in the club.
Okay.
Let's go through again.
Bang bang. Got all of these here.
Okay.
Gamma number 1.
Gamma number 1.
Who's next?
I think I would then go TNT,
TNT Go Blue is number 2. Let's move them up.
and then Knights where it's at.
And then Knights at 3rd. Okay, so now we got Sub T, Box, Theta, and Kai Siggs left.
Okay, let's go Theta next.
Theta next, right after Knights. So then we have Sub T, Box, and Kai Siggs left. Which one you putting? Let's see if we're crunching them down here.
Yeah, let's see. I think I'm happy with that order that it's in right now.
Okay, so Sub T, number 6.
Yeah.
Or I mean number 5.
Yeah.
And then Box 6, and Kai Siggs 7.
Yeah.
All right, there you have it. There's your top 7. Jewel ranking those baddies of these clubs. Don't take it too personal, guys. You know, these people, some people at Harding, this might really hurt their feelings if they're not number 1, but it's fine. These are the rankings. We ranked Jewel ranked these baddies. Social Club Edition. That's pretty much the thing I wanted to end on this episode. Do you have anything else you want to add on this? I mean, this is the podcast we got you on, and I'm glad you came.
I know, glad it finally happened.
I know, right? Jeez, like this thing was like taking forever to happen. Mostly because we had some schedule issues, and then also just I was busy with work. But also, what I want to say is, have you seen the stuff people have been saying about this diss track?
The TNT diss track?
Yeah.
Yes. I want to hear it so badly. I feel
know.
like you need to play a clip right
I can't play a clip right now. Here's what I'll do. I'll play like a 10 seconds intro to it. And if we get like 1,000 followers on the page on Instagram, you know, who knows? I might have
1,000 followers and you'll release it?
1,000? Yeah, 1,000, and I'll drop the diss track.
All right.
If we get
let's
1,000 followers, yeah, that's like 800 from what we have now. So
Really?
if we get 1,000 followers, I will like drop the diss track like right away.
Okay, interesting.
There's
We'll have to
that.
get that to happen.
I mean, we've got.
Well, I mean, all those people following the TNT page, if they followed
I mean, that's
followed
all.
the
That's
podcast.
that's all it would take. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
all it would take is just everybody to follow the account. So get us to 1,000, and the diss track is coming. Okay. I mean, let me find a little sneak peek for you just to show you how important this is. So it's got a good beat to start it off, you know.
Jimmy on a beat, boy. My name is Michael Krupka. Yeah, TNT is trying to play tough.
That's it. Can't give any more.
That first line makes me laugh every time.
So there you have it. There is a TNT diss track that was made like actually almost 2 years ago at this point. So it's there. It's unreleased. You know, all the agents are reaching out to me. You know, these people there's like 10 different people on this track that are roasting. Obviously, you just heard TNT, but other clubs. So get us to 1,000, and we might just have to drop the thing to say full send it. So let's go. I mean,
I want to hear it. I
Yeah.
haven't even heard the whole thing.
I might have to show you. Actually.
I know.
All
I
right.
need to hear it.
Well, that's pretty much it for this episode. So much respect, all new season. Thanks for tuning in. You know, catch us next time. Go ahead, share it with your friends, comment, ask questions. If I post a story, I want you to ask questions. It could be any question. It could be like, would you rather do this or that? Or would it be just general questions like would you fold your clothes thing? Just ask me any questions you got. You know, like, would I do this over this or anything? I want to hear some weird questions. I want to hear anything. So next time I post a story, just comment that, and I won't have to share your name, so you don't get mad about being exposed. But yeah, shout out to Crown Entertainment again for letting us use the studio, and then also shout out to the one and only. Hold up, let me show Nova Joe's. I didn't get into a lot of that, but Nova Joe's. Follow us on Instagram. Best coffee shop in Searcy. Midnight Oil, overrated. Right here, Nova Joe's. Check it out. Anyways, that's it for this episode of So Much Respect. Thanks for tuning in. Catch us next time.